Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. We're going to skip the long intros tonight and jump right into stripping down the 1980 Pontiac Sunbird over here so we can get the twin supercharged set in it. With that being said, let's take a look under the engine bay and see what we got to do. Alright, so we got the nice lime green small block Chevy in here. It does have swirl port Chevy truck heads in there. Nothing fancy, but they are open chamber, and the bottom end we are going to use is actually a stock Vortec bottom end, so they have dish pistons. By putting the open chamber swirl port heads on a dish piston engine, we should be lowering our compression, which is what we kind of want for a supercharged application. And we have no idea how much boost or anything this thing's going to make, so we're just going to start off with some junk stuff on the bottom end, open chambered heads, dish piston Vortec stock bottom end, and we're going to put this thing all together. So we have to pull all this stuff out, get the heads off, put it on our new lower end or our used lower end, and we also need the oil pan off of it because I'll show you guys later the oil pan is notched for steering clearance in this Pontiac Sunbird. Also, we're going to pull the heater box off the firewall, plate that off. We don't need a heater anymore. We're going to lose a little weight, get rid of all this stock overflow stuff, and clean everything up. Pull out the proportioning valve and this old line lock that doesn't work in the first place. I think the master also needs to be replaced, but whatever. And as for wiring, I think we're going to just put like a Speedway hot rod kit in here, simplify it, get rid of all this stuff, clean it up, and just make it look a little better than what it does right now. So with that being said, we're going to start tearing this engine apart, pulling the plug wires, getting everything off, jerk the thing out, wire wheel the engine bay, get everything cleaned up, try to shoot it in paint, and get our engine parts lined up so we can start putting together the bottom end for the twin supercharged engine so we can get it back in the car, and hopefully we can do that within the next 2 to 3 days. But for right now, I'm just going to set you guys up. We're going to start hammering on this thing. Let's see where it takes us tonight and how far we get. Alright guys, so at this point we got everything off the top end of the motor. Radiators out, coolant's drained, we got the lift plate bolted on the intake, or about to be bolted on anyway. Distributors out, the headers are all split because these are 3-piece headers on these cars. We should be able to lift this thing up in the air after that's bolted down and undo the bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, and motor mount bolts, and we should be ready to pull this thing out of the car already. I think we've only been going for about, what, like 20 minutes or so? Probably 20 minutes. Probably a 35-minute, 40-minute engine pull, so rack them down. And what are you doing, blowing them off or what?
They're shit.
Alright, blow it out. So after he blows those out, we'll bolt that plate on, lift it up in the air, and get the rest of the engine pulled out.
Don't get it on your fingers.
No, we'll be good.
Be a pro.
Professional.
Oh my God,
wow, that looks terrible. Shine that, give me that light. Yeah, I think that's a little...
It's god awful.
It's a little milky.
There may or may not be some water involved with that.
I do believe there is. Yeah. That was a lot of fun, huh?
Could have been worse.
I guess.
You just need some love taps. Just don't get crazy. Crazy, man.
And the exhaust can go in. Hey, this is a brand new starter. Pretty much wrapped up under here then, or what? I think so.
That should be it.
Yeah, torque converter, bell housing, and you got the motor mount bolts, which are very crude and terrible.
They're out though.
Yeah, they are out. Alright, let's pull this thing out. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for tonight, guys. Engine bay is empty. We're gonna start cleaning all this stuff up. That's one thing we'll probably start doing tomorrow, and we're working on it, getting there little by little. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.